I'm gonna change the intro for this. Sorry, y'all. I forgot they got that set. Gonna have to fix that. Anyway, okay. So this is musings of an Uber driver. Now, before I begin, just let you know, I am a Uber driver. I drive for Uber. I drive for Lyft, and so I hear a lot of stories from people. I guess they feel safe to tell me stuff. I don't know why, but I guess it's different from a person that who's a stranger as opposed to a friend or something. They don't know you, you don't know them. So I guess that's the thing. So some people tell me things. Some people even ask for my advice, and I guess they feel comfortable to ask me about stuff. And I'd be like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. But um, since this shit with marriage has been brought up, you know, I was thinking about Sierra and Russell marriage. And that was brought up recently. You know how some dudes feel about Russell um, being married to Sierra, and I'm always been like, why y'all even care? She chose him, he chose her. Um, it's crazy, and it's like it's always dudes who consider themselves players that always got a problem with Russell with Sierra. If anybody remember that whole thing with who was that? Slim Thug was commenting. No, he wasn't coming. No, that wasn't Slim Thug. Who was that? Some other football player who didn't really go nowhere. Really, he had a mediocre career, but he talking about Russell. Why he with Sierra? Like, I just don't understand. Like, if you're a player, why are you hating on the married guy? That's crazy to me. That is crazy. It's like, why are you hating on the guy who married her? But Sierra had a baby, and I'm sorry that Sierra having a baby is different from some of you guys' baby mamas. I'm sorry. It's not. It's not my fault. You married a broke bitch and had a baby with her. That's you. You fucked up. Russell married a baby mama who was worth $12 million. She was getting to the paper. He didn't have to be dependent on her, or she depended on him. I'm sorry, some of y'all get with broke chicks who on the way she's funding her lifestyles through the government. Ain't no fucking fault. And so you think all baby mamas the same? Now, like, no, bro. Your baby mama's trash. Your baby mama broke. Russell's baby mama. Russell married a baby mama who was still getting paper. And so it's crazy about that. But anyway, it reminded me of this story. Uh, it was not remind me of two writers that I had separate times. Like now, both of these Hispanic, none of these were black. Although I've had some men who were married, um, black men that was actually married, and he talked big about his wife. Like she held me down and did all this, and I'm like, man, that's some nice stuff to see. It's nice to see a black man married and talking gloriously about his wife. Yeah, you don't see that sometimes. Even with these guys who supposed to be black women defenders, They don't talk about their wives that much. Like I know one particular, he would glaze all these other women online, but he wouldn't talk much about his wife. I'm like, that was odd to me. Anywho, getting to the point of this conversation, it reminded me of these two writers that I had. Both of them were Hispanic. Now, both had good women, so they claim. Hey, their words, not mine. Both had good women. Again, their claim, not my claim. And so I'm gonna call this musing this title Players and Good Women. So one guy that I was taking to Galveston, the other guy had to take to Pasadena. Okay, so the Galveston rider, he was married, he was married for 15 years. And the thing was he was out there, he was being a player, just like he was being a player. But like the Joe song, I don't want to be a player no more. Now the problem with him was he couldn't find a woman. He couldn't find the woman he needed to settle down with until he did. His good woman, and you know, she she was a good woman, and her the reason why he did marry her is like, listen, I'm not here with no bullshit. I want to get married. I'm letting you know that now, and let's get this. And he said, cool. He with it. And the thing that he told me about his woman is like she always want to solve problems. Hey, we got this problem. We need to solve this. We need to solve this. How are we gonna solve this? Not on some argumentative bullshit. Just hey, let's solve this problem right now. Solve it. I said that's what's up. That is what's up. Because you got a lot of times that couples be arguing over shit over and over, and nobody want to solve the problem. And I that's a good thing. When she want to solve problem, she want to solve the problem. She don't want to be lingering with this bullshit. Let's solve this problem. What problem we got? Let's solve it. So this won't be hanging over her head. And I said, man, that's some good stuff. And he would tell me like, man, I don't I don't want to have all these different women, man. I hear about these dudes with different women. I'm like, I don't want that. I don't need that. I got my woman right here. I said, that's what's up. He said, hey, this is a good woman here. I'm not about to blow this. All that outside. He's like, I've been out there. Ain't nobody out there. All the women I was, shit. I played around, but I didn't want to be out there. Now, this is a man who wanted to be married. Even though he was out there, you know, playing around, but deep inside, he wanted to be married. And when he found that right one that he wanted to be married, he said, I was ready. He was ready for it. There are guys out here who's playing the field, but they really don't want to. They just it's like they ain't got a choice. And especially, it's a catch 22. If you by yourself and no woman checking for you, guess what? No woman gonna check for you. But if you have that too much, then it's like, oh, he's a play. He ain't worth shit. He run through women. It's like, damn, which one you want? And damn, don't be a virgin out here. Ooh boy, I'm like, you can't be a virgin, but you can't be too out there, but you got to be out there somewhere. It's crazy. But yeah, the guy was the guy. He was like, man, I got a good woman. She takes care of everything. I ain't got to worry about shit. I can be gone. I come back, everything's taken care of. And yeah, he was. Yeah, and that's the kind of story I like to hear. But you don't see that. Even for these people who want to cry about marriage, that black men need to be married. They need to be married. Okay, so where's your wife? And it's like either they don't have a wife or you can tell their marriage ain't work. Shit, they miserable. It's like, damn, bro, you miserable. I would want to be married. Looking at you, it's crazy. So yeah, man, he was happy. He didn't want to, and you could tell like that man happy. He ain't trying to. He ain't trying to mess it up. But then I had this one dude from Pasadena. Now the funny thing, he was listening, and as y'all know, I play R&B in my my favorite genre of music is R&B. So I'm playing if Casey and JoJo, and yeah, he was bumping to it. So we got to talking, and he was telling me now he's another player. He out there, um, and he had a woman. Good, he's his words, good woman, was taking care of him, but she wanted to be his woman. She wanted him to marry her, and he was like, man, I, she's a good woman. I know she's a good woman, but man, I want to be out there with these hoes. I want to be with these young girls, and but she treat me so good, So I'm looking at him like, but God, but dude, you don't want to be with her like that. You want to be out there with the hoes. At least you're honest with it. There are guys who really want to be out there with them hoes, but you know they've been pressured. They feel like they owe the woman because she's being good to them. And I'm like, dude, you don't owe her nothing but the truth. You do not owe her nothing but the truth. If Because it's no sense of settling down with somebody and you don't want to settle down with them. You're gonna resent them, and then you're gonna be out there even worse than what you were. I mean, you best bet. Just tell her the truth. Listen. I'm gonna be out there with you. I want to be out there with the women. I can't be in a relationship with you like that. I don't know if he took the advice, but I just told him, hey, listen, it's no sense in you being with a woman. You're not ready to settle down. It's gonna cause you a problem. And it's like, why would you even put yourself through that shit? Why you put her through that shit? That's crazy to me because to me, it just wouldn't make sense to do that. That's just to me. To me, it don't make sense because you don't owe her nothing. She trying to audition. It's like, no, I'm good. Like, shit. I can say for myself, I wasn't no player or nothing like that. But even marriage to me was a marriage for me was a bonus. To be honest with you, I never thought I'd be married. When I married my ex-wife, trust and believe. I think I had dreams of it, but when I got 20, when I was 20, like 25, I'm like, I didn't see marriage. I saw myself being that old man in the nursing home pinching girls' asses. That's what I saw me, how I'm going to end up. I did not see myself being married. But I think there was a part of me that wanted to be married, but I just didn't see it. I didn't see it coming until I met my ex-wife, and then, which was funny because one of the women that I was with before my ex-wife, she said, "Yeah, you be husband material." Now, some can see that as maybe a shot, or some can see you really would be husband material. I don't know, but yeah, it was funny that years after that, I did actually end up getting married to my ex-wife, for better or worse. For better or worse, but I did get married. Maybe that's part of me that wanted to be married. I guess there was part of me that wanted to be married, but now definitely don't want to do that. I don't have it in me to be married. I don't have it in me to be a husband. At least not no more. Now after being with my ex, I'm like, nah, I don't have it in me to be married. Even if I met a good woman, who I'd be like, nah, I'm good on that. I would like to be someone like my dad before he passed. She didn't want to be married either, but she's okay just coming by every once in a while, something like that. But marriage, nah, I'm good. I like being the husband role. I'd be like the player, the Pasadena rider. Like not that I like all these hoes, but I just like the freedom. Like I, you know, I like to come in when I want to, like I'm doing now. Like I drove all the way to Austin, make some money. Now I'm coming back. Now you think I could do that with a wife? She'll be calling every 5 seconds, find out where you are and like all that. Nah, I'm good. I don't feel like checking in. Shit. That's no. I like to be like what my mom was before she passed. You like I ain't gotta check in with nobody. I gotta ask nobody for anything. If I want to just get the fuck up out of here, I can get the fuck up out of here. I'm like, yeah, I like that freedom. Apes. God damn, you need to fix these roads. I want that kind of freedom, man. Get up and go when you want to. Ain't gotta be worried about people bugging you. You know that kind of freedom is cool. But I'm not gonna knock nobody who is married. Um, I've seen that work. Like I said, the Galveston rider. I mean, he seems like he's in a happy marriage. And my ex in laws, they in a happy marriage. I just visited them like a few weeks ago. They still married after 40, want to say 40, 48 years. 48 years. Still married together. Like I can see it work. Um, one of my brothers-in-law, two of my brother-in-laws are married. Still married to the women to this day. One married his girlfriend from high school. The other married, well, he married a immigrant. Take for that what you will. Um, but they're still married. I think Is that old? One been married. Ooh, 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 how been married? I gotta say 10, 15 years now. The other one been about 10, but it's been both past a decade. So, you know, are they perfect though? One of my brother-in-laws, the wife is she kind of something else. She kind of something else. Uh, kind of something else. I'm just gonna leave it at that one. The other brother-in-law, he the problem. It's like, I mean, it just seemed like opposite attracts when we talk about marriage at times. Opposites attract, man. One could be great, the other one the headache. Or either both of them. But more than not, it's like one the headache, one's cool. The other one, or the man's the headache, the woman's just the nicest person in the world. Either the man is just the nicest person, the woman's the fucking headache. It's like you never seen people who are equally yoked like my father-in-law and mother-in-law. They're like equally yoked. They make jokes. They joke on each other. But you can tell they really care about each other. She has his back. He has hers. And nobody can break that pair up. Even when my ex-wife was trying to get between them, I had to tell her, I said, you can't get between them. They supposed to be a unit. You can't do that. It's like you can't do shit like that. I don't care if you are a child. Sometimes, like some kids will do that. Try to get in between them. I'm like, no, I have to sit her down. I'm like, no, hey, honey, no, you're not gonna get between them. They have to be a unit. They married. You're not gonna get in between them. Just like you wouldn't want them to get between us. Like, but but people don't think like that no more. People let people get all in their marriage, and you're supposed to be a unit, but you have to want to be in that unit. Like I said, the my Galveston rider, he wanted to be married. He was just waiting for the right one, and when he found the right one, boom, it was it. My Pasadena rider, he ain't there. Now he had a good one, but he wasn't ready. And that's why I had to tell him, like, bro, you gotta let her go. Because the worst thing you can do is be in a relationship, you cheat on her, now she's ruined for everybody. Let her find somebody else. Hey, she's gonna be hurt for a minute. Let her be hurt. Listen, sometimes you got to risk hurting. You got to risk hurting someone, but in your heart you're not ready. You got to risk it. Or if you in a marriage and it's just ain't gonna work, it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna continually go get worse and worse and worse. Sometimes you gotta make that decision to leave. You gotta make that decision to leave. Sometimes you got to think for the betterment of both of you. Somebody got to do it. Now I'm believing that cowardly shit. I ain't gonna say nothing, and I'm just gonna leave. No, no, no. You tell her. Now I can understand for women it's a little different because you worry about the if the man gonna snap or something. But here's the problem: You got with him in the first place. You got with him in the first place. You should have found that out before you married this dude. But some of y'all like the danger. Y'all don't know till the danger come back and bite you in the ass. But that's beside the point. But you should be able to tell your spouse if it's not working. Hey, I gotta go. I gotta go. Especially the man. You guys. I don't believe in that. Well, she should figure that out. I told a dude on the panel. I said, no, no, no. We don't do that. That's some cowardly shit. I'm sorry. I told my ex, I gotta go. I'm leaving. This ain't working. And she was crying. She was boo hooing. She was begging and pleading. I said, no, I'm gone. I gotta go. I can't be here. It's just too much drama, too much problems. And it's not getting better. It's getting worse for both of us. And, then I told her I cheated and all that. I, I said, no, it's not. It's going to get worse. We need to get it. We need to get up out of here. Yeah, that caused a lot of problems with that. But I got the respect, not just from her, but from her mother and her father, because even they were like, "Yeah, it was best you left. It was best." Even though they didn't like the way I left, but they were happy I left. And then that end up, I got the respect back, because it's like you got to. Sometimes you got to do what's best for both, and sometimes separation is best for both. And damn their feelings on it. Like sometimes, because people don't be thinking when they're emotional. That's why some women be dealing with guys. They know these dudes ain't worth the shit, but they hard in it. Once they hard in it, it's hard for them to get up out of there. I mean, how many songs have we heard that? Anybody know that Coco Jones song? Oh my God, I hate that. I forgot. Here we go. That song. I hate that song. I really hate that song. It's just, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Why can't you be a better man? Like, why don't you just leave? Don't you think I tried? We ain't trying hard enough. Leave. Leave. Leave, please. But that's how it be like that with people. It ain't just women. Men be like that too. I'm like, bro, leave this woman alone, please. All right, I'm gonna leave it alone. Next day, he with her still. I'm like, oh my god. Like, listen, there's no helping you. There's no helping you. You want to stay, like, like some people want. Some people want the pain. I agree with Priscilla, the Queenmaker. Some people love pain. They love pain. I'm like, nah, I don't love pain. Shit, I like to be pain free if I can. My left leg is bothering me. Like I said, sitting in one place fucks up with my back. But I don't like pain. I'm sorry. Being with people who cause you nothing but grief, nah, I'm good on that. Nah, I'm good. Would you get married again? No, ma'am. Do that again? Nah. Go through that again? Hell no. Go through that torture? Hell no. Just to get to that point, to even be married, then you gotta all the different shit you gotta go through. Be married, be a spouse, and be not appreciated. No, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. No, mm, too many people want too much stuff. They want this submission shit. They don't want to earn it. I'm like, these women want protection and provision, but you don't want to earn it. I'm like, nah, I'm good. What's funny? I mean, I could be married now. I got some African people that want me married. Hey, can you marry my sister? I'm like, no, no, I'm good. That's okay. It ain't gonna work out. I, no, I just was not relationship. I'm just not attracted enough to make it work. I I am I'm okay. If y'all want to be married, I have nothing against marriage. I've seen it work. I just don't think I can make it work at 40. I'm 46 now. I don't think I can make it work at 46. I don't think I can make it work. But hey, there's people making it work now, and when I see it work, it's a beautiful thing. I'm just not one of them. I can't do it. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's not in me to do it. And there's nothing wrong with you knowing that if it's not in you to do it, it's nothing wrong with you saying it's not in me to do it. Don't let these people gas you up. Don't let people gas you up. Oh, men live longer when they marry. Yes. And there's a study that says that don't work for black men in particular. Black men don't even get those benefits. Those studies for white people, but those benefits don't relate to black men. And from what I've seen, yeah, I don't see the benefits. Well, black men live longer. No, they don't. These men are still dying young, even married. Like, who's that? Shit, my stepfather was about to get married to my mother. Now, okay, I'm not gonna count that. I'm not even gonna count that one. I'm trying to think which one. Oh, actually, my grandfather on my dad's side, he died young. Um, that didn't work out well for him. That didn't work out well for him. There's a YouTuber I know. That man was married. He died young. That marriage didn't work out too well for him. I'm like, everything is relative, really. I'm like, and if you go by the other the studies, after two big breakups for men, they had mental health go down the tubes. Hell, I know one guy, my coworker. Now, To be fair, he was. I found out later that he was a manic depressive, but he got married. Once that divorce happened and all that shit that went down with that, shoot, he ended up killing himself almost a year later after that fact. Some men do not cope with that shit very well. I'm like, nah, I'm good on that. No, once was enough for me. I ain't about to go through that. I ain't about to go through that again. Nope, no sir, no sir, not for me. But aren't you worried about when you die? I'm like, uh, no, because guess what? Um, my dad died alone. They found him 3 days later. He dead. What he gonna do? Like, I've had coworkers died alone. They found him 3 days later. The state took him. Family wanted nothing to do with him. They wasn't married. That was a man and a woman. It's no guarantee you marry this person. They're gonna stay with you long enough for when you die. And that's a scare tactic. They give some of these men. When you alone, it's like, dude, guess what? Nobody gonna be with you when you take that final nap. Nobody gonna be with you. The best you got, they'll stay with you until you go. But if they're at work or something and you go, you gone. What you gonna do? It's like I'm not going into no marriage in fear. Fuck that. It's just like with religion. I'm not going into no religion in fear. Fuck that. That's not happening. That's crazy. You're afraid that you're gonna be alone. You want to get married? No, sir, not me. That will never be me. I ain't going to my first marriage scared. It's like if she want to leave, she can leave. I don't give a shit. I went into my marriage. I'm like, let's see. Now, if I marry her, I get to move out my mom's house with my brothers. Move out of that one. So mine was more strategic than anything. Now, in hindsight, I wouldn't have done it like that. I would have got my job and everything first, then get married. But situations, I was in a situation where I wanted to get the fuck out the house, and the best way to do that was to get married, right? You know, because where my wife was still going to school, going to college, and the college campus that we were living at, you can't have the opposite sex there unless they're married, and so we had to get married to live there. It was what it was. Now I regret that getting married. Then I don't regret getting married. I just regret getting married then for that particular reason. I rather get married because willingly and in a situation where I'm prepared for it. So when we did get married, that put me behind the eight ball, and yeah, it just caused a lot of problems that we never fully recovered, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So with all that, her health issues, job situation, it was a big mess. But do I regret getting married? No. Do I regret then getting married? Yes. Will I do it again? No. Am I against marriage? No. I'm just saying I'm against marriage for me. But I do think there's some men who should be married. I think there's some men who are out here trying to be players. No, you need a wife. You need a wife. You need somebody to take care of you. You got some that really you shouldn't be married, but you need to have balls to tell your family, I ain't getting married. And ooh, they may think you're gay. Okay, well, think I'm gay. Still ain't getting married. It's a fuck you anyway. Think I'm gay. Well, I'm still ain't getting married. So okay, you think I'm gay? All right, cool. I'm gay. Whatever. But I ain't getting married. Ain't nothing you gonna say to me to make me want to do that. So if you think I'm gay, go ahead, say that you're gay, all that. But guess what? I'll be the gay dude banging your girlfriend. It's just like Prince. Everybody thought that man was gay. Oh, Prince is gay, but he banging chicks. So I don't know what they say. And I think I'm trying to think. Did Prince actually got married? I don't know. But anyway, let me get up here because I gotta get home and it's about to cut off anyway because the signal's bad over here. Thank y'all for listening to Musings of a Uber Driver, Players and Good Women. There's some players who want to be married and they just playing because they can't find none. And then there's dudes who really want to be players and let, let everybody choose their own destination. And with that, I'm out. Peace.